If he comes out, then go sign the contract and we will fight.
Do you think Manny can be like a fighter like Rolly, in your opinion, Shane?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. What do you see there?
I see that he can throw those more punches and combinations and moves very well.
Welterweight. And when you look at Rolly Romero, he's not that big. He's not a real welterweight. I don't think he's even that big for 140. I mean, Isaac Cruz, who's a blown-up lightweight, blasted him out. So it's like, I think they're looking at that fight against Romero to be not as physically imposing as Mario Barrios.
At the press conference, Manny Pacquiao replied to Rolly Romero's constant trash talk by saying he talks too much. Pacquiao added that if Rolly really believes he can beat him, he should stop talking and make the fight happen soon. His words showed calm confidence, reminding everyone that Pacquiao proves himself in the ring with actions, not words.
We spoke to Rolando Romero, who's a potential opponent for you in the future. He said that he would like to have a Hall of Famer on his resume. What do you tell him?
In his resume, if he can beat me.
Manny, Tim Bradley said that he was a little upset with both your performance and Barrios. He said that it was a sparring session. What do you tell Tim Bradley? What do you tell him? You know Tim Bradley well. You fought him 3 times.
That's his opinion.
The boxing world was shocked after news came out about Manny Pacquiao's possible return to the ring. Even though he's past the usual retirement age, Pacquiao still wants to prove his love for boxing. Reports say he might face welterweight champion Rolly Romero in Las Vegas, with Pacquiao turning 47 before the 2026 title fight. Romero has been disrespecting Pacquiao in interviews, calling his style ugly and saying he has no real skills. These harsh words quickly went viral, and many fans criticized Romero for insulting one of the sport's greatest legends. Pacquiao's record speaks for itself, as he has beaten top fighters in many divisions. Romero's comments show he either underestimates Pacquiao or is trying to get attention. But either way, his words have turned this potential fight into a heated rivalry that fans can't wait to see.
Pacquiao to me, Pacquiao is the fucking ugliest style in boxing, and look what the fuck he's accomplished. And now every fucking fight in the Philippines, just because I fight differently and it means I don't know half no fucking skills. I got my own fucking skills. That's what got me this far. It's like fucking Prince Nassim Hamed. You're gonna say fucking he don't got no damn skills? Every fighter got skills. Look, in this fucking generation, if you don't try to box like Floyd, a typical Mexican, a Russian like Lomachenko, or a European fighter, you're trash in this sport. You apparently don't know how to box. Because these are the fucking idols of the boxing.
Don't matter if he beats Barrios or not. Still Rolly Pacquiao. How many losses Pacquiao had? Oh, that's another thing, bro. Pacquiao another one that don't give a about losses, and everyone keep tuning in for him, right? Bro, all that undefeated that don't mean if you're not fighting nobody. Nobody gives a about you. There's so many bigger fights for me. Like, would I rather fight, I don't know, for instance, a Pacquiao or Jerome Ennis? What's a bigger fight for me? What fight would sell more? Me and Broner or me and Jerome Ennis? Obviously, me and Broner. What would sell more? Me and Ryan again or me and Jerome Ennis? What would sell more? Tank coming up to fight for his fourth division, or me and Jerome Ennis? It's just basic, you know. What's the bigger fight for? Like, it's not. I'm not even talking about money. The money. What's the bigger fight for the boxing world?
Manny Pacquiao recently shared that he plans to fight again soon because he wasn't fully satisfied with his last match and still has more to prove. Even at his age, his drive and discipline remain strong. He believes boxing is not just about winning titles, but about pushing himself to new limits. Fans have always respected his humility and hard work, and his decision to return shows that his passion for boxing is still alive. Many people think his comeback isn't about fame or money, but simply his love for competition that has guided him throughout his career.
Will you be fighting again kaya this year again, Manny? Everyone's asking, how did you prepare for the fight?
Wala akong ibang iniisip kundi focus lang sa training every day. Like even Sunday, ibang distraction, anything like that. For 2 months. Kasi nakahabol ako sa oras. Supposedly, yung mga ganong fight, dapat mga 3.5 months. 4 months, especially sa edad ko na 6, diba?
Yeah.
Satisfied ako sa naging condition ko, but hindi pa talaga yun yung 100% na gusto kong makuha, achieve na yung speed, yung timing, yung more punches na gusto kong maabot.
Will you be fighting again kaya this year again, Manny? Everyone's asking.
This year, mga December.
Former world champion Shane Mosley shared his view on a possible fight between Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero, saying Pacquiao would easily win. Mosley believes Manny's power, speed, and experience would be too much for Romero's aggressive but predictable style. He explained that Pacquiao's sharp combinations and accurate punches would overwhelm Rolly in the ring. As someone who has fought Manny before, Mosley knows how explosive and smart Pacquiao is. Like many others, he believes Pacquiao's ring IQ and strong conditioning could help him secure another big win, even at this stage of his career.
Do you think Manny can be like a fighter like Rolly, in your opinion, Shane?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. What do you see there?
I see that he can throw those more punches and combinations and moves very well. It'd be hard for Rolly to get close to him.
Okay, because yeah, people would say like, oh, Rolly's a big puncher. He's a lot younger than Manny. He's been active. Like he's a big guy.
Yeah. But he's gonna do that fight in December, so I'm not sure if he's gonna be fighting Rolly or anybody. He has to fight in December that he has to do, so I know that. And then from there, then maybe he can fight Rolly or somewhere else.
Boxing analyst and former fighter Chris Algieri shared his excitement about a possible fight between Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero, calling it a must-watch matchup. He said Pacquiao's legendary name and Romero's bold attitude create the perfect mix of respect and rivalry that fans enjoy. Algieri also mentioned that even though Manny is close to 50, his fighting spirit is still strong. This fight would test Pacquiao's endurance and give Romero a chance to prove himself against a true legend. The contrast between Manny's humble nature and Rolly's arrogance makes the fight even more interesting for fans around the world.
Face Manny Pacquiao. What did you think about his performance? Should he continue? What's going on?
Guy's still doing it. It's mind-blowing. 46 years old. Listen, did he look like Manny of old? No. Did he look great? No. But he looked damn good for a 46-year-old. The fact that he was able to compete at that level with a 30-year-old champion, I mean, it just speaks worlds to Manny Pacquiao and how special he truly is. They're talking about him and Rolly's. I don't mind that fight. I think that fight makes a lot of sense. Rolly's not a big welterweight. Manny's obviously not a big welterweight, never has been. That fight, I think, makes a lot of sense. I'd like to see Manny win another world title, and then maybe he can make the Floyd fight.
Boxing commentator Showbiz. The adult talked about how fast the possible fight between Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero became a huge topic online. He said that negotiations are still in progress, but both sides are close to making the deal official. Showbiz explained that even with their age difference and opposite personalities, this fight has strong emotional appeal. Pacquiao stands for discipline, honor, and legacy, while Rolly represents youthful confidence and rebellion. Fans are curious to see if the veteran can outsmart the loud newcomer, making this rumored fight one of the most talked-about events in recent months. Insiders say an official announcement could come soon once the contract is complete. Manny Pacquiao remains determined as he plans another title shot at 47. After his last fight with Mario Barrios ended in a draw, he now wants to redeem himself by facing Rolly Romero for the welterweight title. While most fighters his age have retired, Pacquiao refuses to stop. He believes that as long as his body feels strong and his heart stays motivated, he can still fight at the top level. Fans respect his courage and discipline, though some wonder if it's smart to face a younger opponent now. But for Manny, this comeback is about personal satisfaction, not proving anything to others.
Big breaking news in the sport of boxing. Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero. It's probably going to end up happening. Manny Pacquiao said right here that all they're waiting for is the negotiation and finalizing the deal, signing on the paper. And this fight is probably going to go down in Las Vegas. Manny Pacquiao, Rolly Romero, I don't know. Looking at it from right now, I'm going to have to go with Manny Pacquiao. I think Rolly Romero's feet are just too flat, too heavy. And I think Manny Pacquiao outboxes him. But let me know in the comments what you think, man. Is this fight going to happen? Number one, number two, who do you got? And number three, if Manny Pacquiao does win the title, does he unify or does he retire being the oldest champion, setting another world record? Let me know what you think, y'all.
Some analysts shared their honest thoughts about this possible fight, saying it could be a good matchup, but maybe not very explosive since both fighters will compete at welterweight. Still, they believe the difference in styles and emotions between Pacquiao and Rolly makes the fight interesting and worth watching.
Manny Pacquiao is back again. Legend Manny Pacquiao, after getting a draw to Mario Barrios that he definitely should have won, is once again looking to get a title shot at the age of 47 against another weak champion, Rolly Romero. Can he do it? Well, honestly, maybe. Everybody loves Rolly Romero, the guy. No one really respects him as a boxer. He's kind of been a joke. And even after upsetting Ryan Garcia, who's also kind of a joke, people are still pretty down on him. And you know that because 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao is willing to fight him. Really says how weak this division is, that both Rolly Romero and Mario Barrios are champions at welterweight without ever having won any fight at welterweight. How does that happen? Greedy sanctioning bodies. See, it's stuff like this that make people think they should overturn the Ali Act and hand boxing over to Dana White. But either way, Manny Pacquiao looked a lot better than most people expected in his last fight. And honestly, you can never count this guy out, especially against weaker opponents like Rolly Romero. Although I do think Rolly is a step up from Mario Barrios, but I still think Manny can do it. Not will, can. Do you think Manny Pacquiao can reclaim the title at the age of 47 and beat Rolly Romero? Let me know in the comments.
Mario Barrios showed great respect to Pacquiao during their fight, but Rolly Romero doesn't seem likely to do the same. This difference in attitude could make things more interesting, as Pacquiao often performs his best when his opponents underestimate him. His calm focus and sharp ability to read fighters have always been some of his greatest strengths.
Rolly Rolando Romero fight at welterweight, and it could be at the very end of this year. For me, I love it. I love it a lot. In fact, after the Barrios fight, I said I didn't really want to see a rematch with Barrios. Listen, the Barrios fight was cool. I had greater expectations, I want to say, for it. But the reality is, with Barrios, he's 6 feet tall and he's kind of like a boxer. So an older Pacquiao, out of commission for so long, and, you know, politics, all that type of stuff, it really just made for like a decent fight, but not legendary, right? Wasn't as much action. I also think that Barrios played it very respectable. I get it, you're in there with a legend, but you got to look like Eminem said. If you had one shot, one opportunity to capture everything, would you capture it or let it slip? His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms is heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti. You know what I mean? You got one shot, you got to capitalize. And I felt like Barrios was just ultimately too respectful. And then Pacquiao, he's a legend, so he was pushing through it. But I think it would have been better for Pacquiao if he took a tune-up and then did a title fight. But when time isn't on your side, you're already 40-something years old, you kind of have to, you don't want to waste camps on, you know, maybe tune-ups. But with Rolly, somebody will get hurt and somebody probably get knocked deep out. So that's what I like about this fight.
Chris Algieri mentioned that Rolly Romero isn't as big as many people think and wouldn't be as tough physically as Mario Barrios was. He believes this makes the fight a bit easier for Pacquiao in terms of size and strength. Manny has already shown throughout his career that he can handle bigger opponents, so this matchup could actually favor him. Since Rolly's size and movement aren't too challenging, Pacquiao might use his timing and power shots to take control early and set the pace from the first round.
But as amazing as it was that Manny was able to do it, it's still a tough fight. Because Barrios is still big, he's still strong. He's a real welterweight, and he's actually a big welterweight. And when you look at Rolly Romero, he's not that big. He's not a real welterweight. I don't think he's even that big for 140. I mean, Isaac Cruz, who's a blown-up lightweight, blasted him out. So it's like, I think they're looking at that fight against Romero to be not as physically imposing as Mario Barrios. He also has a version of the WBA title, so there's a title on the line there. The height's he's actually, he's much shorter than Mario Barrios, obviously. Barrios is like 6 feet tall. I was really surprised how tall he is.
Is Rolly the main WBA champion?
No, he's the
Oh, Ennis is the main WBA champion.
and it's, right, and then I don't know if he gets elevated. I don't know how that works. This whole first of all, all right, this is a whole nother thing. I'm going
WBA regular title, whatever. Yes.
This whole elevation without winning a fight thing is garbage. Look at Barrios. Barrios has not won a fight yet at welterweights. He got the interim title, was elevated, and then has 2 back-to-back draws. The man has not won a title fight yet. So we got to stop this email champion elevation thing. Elevate is fine, but the next fight should be for the title. I don't care. You should not just be elevated via email. You have to fight somebody, because you get a situation like this where, Barrios, no knock on him. He's following it's the rules that are being laid in front of him. The man has not won a title fight yet. Yes, he won the Ugas fight. That was the interim title. There was a champion there. It was Crawford.
They call him a 2-time champion. Did he have a major world title at 140? Or was it the secondary BA title?
See, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but we had the main title at 140.
Because, and then we're looking at Rolly Romero, and you're saying he's a 2-time world champion too, but he doesn't have a main title at welterweight either.
No, he had the main title at 140.
140 though, but not when he beat Barroso. But not at welterweight. So they're calling him a 2-time champion too. So there's all these details. But in terms of that fight, I don't hate it. I think the buildup will be great. Mario wasn't the most marketable guy in terms of doing interviews and selling the fight. He had the look, absolutely.
Trainer Abel Sanchez showed support for Pacquiao's decision to keep fighting. He said Manny's win over Rolly at 46 proved that real champions never lose their love for the sport. While some people think Pacquiao should retire to avoid risks, Sanchez believes true fighters can't just walk away from boxing. For Manny, the ring is more than a place to fight. It's a part of his life. He trains hard, stays fit, and continues to inspire others by proving that passion and discipline can beat the test of time.
Manny, you think beats Rolly?
Yeah, I think he decisions him. I think he outboxes him. I think that he's more experienced. I think that he confuses him.
Okay. You didn't think Rolly looked well, like against Ryan? Like it seemed like it's a new and improved Rolly, like against Ryan Garcia. Like he looks more methodical.
Against who?
Against Ryan Garcia.
Against who?
Come on, a young Ryan Garcia that has
Ryan Garcia that unfortunately because of his fame, because of his issues outside of the ring, has not really progressed. Yeah, he's got great hand speed and he punches hard, but as soon as he fights somebody that can fight back, it just seems like he doesn't do well. Is it because they haven't allowed him to grow as a fighter?
Many people wonder if Pacquiao's return to boxing is about money, but that's not true. His fight against Barrios showed he still has the hunger to compete, yet his reason for continuing isn't financial. Manny has already earned plenty through boxing, endorsements, and public service. Unlike exhibition fighters like Mike Tyson or Jake Paul, Pacquiao's fights aren't for show or quick cash. They're about legacy and love for the sport. He wants to finish his career on his own terms, without regrets. His discipline and humility continue to inspire millions who see in him the true spirit of a fighter who never gives up.
He still looks sharp, doesn't he? 46 years old. He's a multi-millionaire. Why is he coming out of retirement? Let me tell you, it's not just the money. Because it is not a fight like we've seen Jake Paul and Mike Tyson do. Or it's not like one of these Floyd Mayweather fights where he is fighting someone who's unknown. No, this is different. He's doing a 12 3-minute round world title fight against current world champion in Mario Barrios, who is only 29 years old and in his prime right now. Let me ask you this. Do you think that his punch resistance on his chin has stayed the same? Or do you think it's declined? Well, this is what happens when you age. Your brain naturally shrinks and loses volume, especially the gray matter. This increases the amount of space between your brain and your skull, meaning when you get hit, the brain moves even more. And when that happens, it increases the risk of concussion and it decreases the ability of you to be able to absorb punches.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay informed. Stay tuned for more updates, and let's keep our news accurate.